Good morning. Hope everybody's doing good today. I have recently been involved with a language app that allows you to communicate with people from all over the world. And I've been working on my French and Spanish. So everybody knows I like to cook. So I decided to do a recipe for my friend Malek in Algeria. And so yesterday morning we shot some video and made a recipe that my grandmother used to make for me when I was a little boy, and we had like a big work day or something. She would always make this, and what it is basically is a potato hash with tomato gravy, and then fried tenderloin. You can use any kind of meat. Yesterday we had some pork tenderloin. But you can use beef or venison, really any kind of meat. And you fry the tenderloin, and then it gets an egg over easy on top. So it's something that we used to enjoy when I was little. So I'm excited to share it with you guys. And I am going to be trying to incorporate a little bit of French in there because that's, kind of the idea of this exercise is to learn that. So I'm excited to share it. Bonjour, je suis heureux de partager le petit-déjeuner de ma famille avec vous. C'est un petit-déjeuner que ma grand-mère m'a préparé quand j'étais enfant. J'espère que vous apprécierez. I'm going to start off by dicing 2 large potatoes into cubes. Je vais couper 2 pommes de terre en cubes. I love to make diced potatoes with this chopper. It keeps them all perfectly uniform. Little small cubes of potato.
Son.
And then this is olive oil. J'utilise de l'huile d'olive pour frire les pommes de terre. As I begin to cook, my mother arrives. Alors que j'ai commencé à cuisiner, ma mère arrivait. So I put my potatoes in, and I'll just get them brown. Yeah, we've been on a diet. We're all fat, and
I wonder why.
The American diet is terrible. All of us are fat, and we're trying to get in shape for next summer so we can be on the beach, not be fat. I love these little potatoes. Oh man, that was no good. So the rest of the potatoes in, and I'm not gonna move it around or stir it much until after it gets brown. That way the bottom will be crispy and it won't be soggy. Now I will chop an onion and a pepper. Maintenant, je vais couper un oignon et un poivron. This is a fillet of pork, but you can use beef or lamb. Si un filet de porc, mais vous pourrez utiliser de bœuf ou de l'agneau. I had to add a little bit more oil to the pan because it was cooking out. Now, one thing that's important is you don't want to add salt until after it's really good and crispy, because it'll start releasing water and it won't get crispy. So that's something I'm always careful not to do. Egg. These eggs are from my mother's chickens. It says œufs provenant des poulets de ma mère. I dip the meat in the eggs to make the breading stick. Je trempe la viande dans les œufs pour faire coller la panure. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and egg wash the meat and dip it into my breading mixture. My breading mixture contains all-purpose flour, and I've also got some garlic. I've got some Lowry seasoning in there, and that has, onion powder, salt, pepper. Got some red pepper in there that I add as well. And so I'm just going to go from the egg wash to the breading and then back to the breading again to get it well coated. Je trempe la viande d'œuf lavée dans la farine assaisonnée et je la remets pour l'enrober. This is my mother's dog. She wanted to show you his papillon, and he shortly attacked all the dogs and made a big ruckus after this right here. C'est la chienne de ma mère, c'est un papillon, je ne l'aime pas. Il essaie d'attaquer mon chien non bandit. The potatoes are almost ready to turn. They need to get brown before you turn them. If you turn them too much, they'll get all soggy and mushy and fall apart. So I let them sit still until they brown up really nicely. Je ne retourne pas la pomme de terre jusqu'à ce qu'elles sont durées. The potatoes are ready now, so I divide them up into portions and put them on plates. And I stick them in the oven on low just to stay warm until everything else gets done. Les pommes de terre sont cuites, alors je les mets dans une assiette et les plais au four pour les garder au chaud. There was a lady the other day in China, and she put me on a video call, and she walked me around like outside and showed me her neighborhood. She had peach trees just like we do, and she had pear trees with ripe pears on them. Wow. I mean, it was really cool. And she showed me her kitchen, like how they cooked. She showed me that she had a wok, you know, and like they had this little oven kind of thing that had you cooked in the middle, and they cooked with fire, with wood.
Outside?
Like in the house.
They had some sort of special ventilation.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Now I saute the onions and peppers for the gravy. Maintenant, j'ai fait revenir les oignons et la poivrons pour la sauce. I saute the onions and peppers only shortly to soften them. J'ai fait revenir les oignons et les poivrons brièvement pour les entendre. So now I'm going to fry my meat in the same skillet because I've got these reserved. So this is duck fat. C'est de la graisse de canard pour faire la roux pour la sauce. Graisse de canard for the meat. Okay, so I've got my duck fat really hot. I'm gonna take my meat and just make sure that it's got plenty of bread on it and fry it. That's on high. Alright, so now I'm turning the meat. Okay, it's hot enough now to put the rest of it in. It wasn't really hot enough for the first one. So, put it in the pan. So I just let it cook now, and then I turn them around in order. So that one will be done first. I'll take it off and I'll put it on a plate. I fry the meat on high in duck fat until it's nice and crispy and brown, and then I take it out and reserve it. Je fais frire la viande dans la graisse de canard. The graisse de canard. And then I'm going to use what's left to make a roux, and I'll put that in there, and then also we get tomatoes. These are from our garden. Ce sont des tomates en conserve de notre jardin. Ma mère va s'impliquer.
Graisse du canard.
Alright, I'm doing pretty good over here. Got several pieces of meat already fried.
Tulane 35 to 14. Second largest victory in AAC. La viande est cuite, je la réserve à côté.
Okay, c'est prêt? C'est prêt? Reserve. It's finished. I'm going to reserve it. All the meat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the rest of the flour, this is all-purpose flour, in the fat now that I'm finished frying. And I'll make a roux. So when I make the roux, I need a little more. All right, so now I'm gonna finish the roux, and the roux starts to get brown. I'll add chicken stock and this jar of tomatoes. All right. Okay. A little more fat. There we go. I have to keep it moving or it'll burn. Okay. It's getting really close. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of stock. This is just chicken stock. This is just chicken stock. So I'll put that in there. And deglaze. And at the same time, I'm going to put the tomatoes in. And I'll cut them before I put them in so that they there we go. Jar of tomatoes in.
Those are beautiful.
And it's going to thicken. They are pretty. These are tomatoes from your garden.
Mm-hmm.
My mother grew these tomatoes. So now I'll let this cook until it thickens down some. And I'll put the onions and peppers in. So there we go. We're almost ready. So now we will stir the gravy together. And this is my gravy. So I'm going to clean up and I'll come back whenever I get a little closer to being finished. You get some. So butter, mantequilla, I don't know, burr. Mantequilla in Spanish. The butter in the pan. And I'm going to fry some eggs. So, uno. Uh-oh. And salt. And we got pepper, poivre, and pimienta en español. There you go. Your eggs. And a lot of Americans like their eggs runny, so we just turn them over and we let it cook for just one more second. I'm going to turn it to low. Let it cook for one more second, and then I'm going to turn them over and just let them cook a little bit. I like mine to be runny, so I don't turn mine over. I'll just let it cook on one side. But you want yours over, right?
Over easy.
Over easy. He wants his over easy.
Well
when you
done.
just turn it over one time, it's over easy. You said you didn't want an egg.
Oh, okay.
Did you want an egg?
No.
She changed her mind. They look so good.
Women change their minds.
I'll give her one.
Terrible.
I don't want one.
You said you didn't want one. Do you want scrambled eggs, Mom?
I really don't want one.
Come on.
You said you didn't want one. Now you want one. Which one is it?
I don't want
But
one.
I'll give
Okay.
her one of mine.
We'll give her one of Mike's.
I don't want one.
You know what she does. She
I'm
wants
gonna
a
cook
cookie.
you a scrambled
She
egg. I
said she
know
don't
how you
want a
like
cookie,
your
but
eggs.
She really wants a cookie.
All right.
Macadamia.
All right. So now I'm almost done with my eggs. I'm gonna taste the gravy and see if it needs salt. So I just check it. So it needs salt, sal, and pepper. So I get a clean spoon. It's good. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn this off. This egg is done, and I'll show you how I plate it. I'll take the plate, and it's got the fried potatoes on it, and I will take the meat, and I'll place it around like that. And then I take egg. Well, I take the gravy. I'll just wash one. There. The spoon for the gravy. And
Look, they're doing it indoors here.
so we got our spoon for the gravy, and then I'll put the gravy over it. Like that. And then the egg goes over the top. And c'est prêt. It's finished. Alright, it turned out really good. So here's what we got. And I've got my eggs. And so I just cut the egg and let the gravy run through. And that's it. So you can get a bite with the egg and the potato and the meat. And it's really good.
Delicious.
This is why. This is why Americans are fat.
This is it.
I have a bunch of gravy left over.
That's what I
There's
said.
extra gravy, so I take these bags and I put it in the bag,
Oh, yeah.
and then I seal it on that.
glad
vacuum sealer.
I'm glad I didn't.
So I have the gravy sealed up, and now I can put it in the freezer. Mike's playing guitar.
You can walk into the county bacon sign on where you like.
I appreciate you guys watching this video. I really enjoyed doing this exercise and getting to learn some French vocabulary as it pertains to cooking. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Merci d'avoir regardé ma vidéo.